Hello everybody and welcome to the 2023 running of the NASCAR New Year's Eve Spectacular from the Daytona International Speedway here in Daytona Beach, Florida. We've got a good one on hand today as 20 drivers will get ready to duke it out for the $1 million grand prize and everything that comes along with that. All the past winners from the 2023 season and past champions of the New Year's Eve Spectacular are here to duke it out. It should be a good one. But before the drivers take the green flag, let's go through the starting lineup. So on the front row is Christopher Bell, making his made a few appearances, looking for his first win. And I sit next to Kevin Harvick, who is making his last appearance in the Cup Series and also in this event tonight, starting in second. Martin Truex Jr. and William Byron are in row number 2. Chris Buescher and Denny Hamlin are in row number 3. Newcomer Josh Berry starting alongside Cup champion Ryan Blaney in row number 4. Joey Logano and Kyle Larson are in row number 5. The other newcomer in the field tonight, Shane Van Gisbergen, starting in row number 6 next to Ross Chastain. Michael McDowell and Kyle Busch are in row number 7. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Tyler Reddick in row number 8. Brad Keselowski and Eric Almirola in row number 9. Rounding out the field in row 10, Jimmy Johnson sitting next to AJ Allmendinger. So it should be a good one on hand. On hand tonight, drivers will get ready to round out through turn number 4. A lot of storylines to talk about from the 2023 season. But let's end off what's been an exhilarating season with a bang from Daytona International Speedway. As it looks like there was some problems in the back of the field. Got the green flag out. Here we go from Daytona. Should be a good one. Driver already in the pits. That is, looks like to be Ross Chastain, who has to make a pit stop before the race even begins. Absolute devastation. But as the field rockets down the back straightaway, Bell with Truex, Buescher, and Josh Berry. So they rocket through turn number 4. Get ready to take the opening lap. It'll be led by Chris Buescher. How about Kevin Harvick, who just did not get going on that start, already almost outside the top 10. So now it's Bell, Buescher, and Joey Logano, the defending winner of the New Year's Eve Spectacular, sitting 1, 2, 3. A disastrous start for Ross Chastain. I have no idea what happened, but as they were getting up to speed, he had to get to pit road. See how that will affect the field when they come by to lap him, when the time comes for that. Still a 3-car breakaway at the front after that chaotic start to the race. Now Logano making a move underneath Bell. That'll go for, or under Buescher, I mean, that'll go for second spot. As the field begins to attempt to make a run at the front of the field here. They have the cars to do it, but they will need to line up correctly in order to make a big run at the front. Looks like Ricky Stenhouse, the Daytona 500 winner, has moved into 4th. Tyler Reddick has moved into 5th. in his first appearance in this race with his new team, 2311 Racing. And they have caught the field has caught each other again, as Stenhouse was looking to make an evasive move underneath Buscher, but Buscher came down to block. He got Logano out of the mix, however. The JTG Dory Chevrolet moves into third position. Stenhouse making his second appearance in the New Year's Eve Spectacular, first since 2017 when he was with Roush. And Stenhouse gets shoved out of the way. That moves Reddick into third. And we're looking at Shane Van Gisbergen in fourth. Again, one of our newcomers in the field. The Chicago Street Course winner, making his first NASCAR Oval start. He'll be making some limited appearances next season in many different series, including Trucks, Xfinity, and possibly Cup as well. So some good experience for him tonight for sure. Now moving into third as well as our other newcomer in the field, Josh Berry in the 48. You may remember that Berry ran the 48 when Alex Bowman was out with an injury. But Bowman came back, did not win a race, however, so did not lock himself into the NASCAR New Year's Eve Spectacular. But Berry did lock himself in by virtue of the win at the North Wilkesboro All-Star Open. So they decided to let Berry run the car tonight. He will be moving into Cup more full-time next season with a different team, but this will be good experience for him and a way to get sponsors on that 48 car and get it out there on the track one last time in 2023, even with Bowman not in the car. So now it looks like Martin Truex Jr., another of the Gibbs cars, has moved into the lead with Byron in second. Michael McDowell moving into third. Michael McDowell coming back into the New Year's Eve Spectacular after not making it in 2022. Got a nice win at the Indy Road Course, got himself back into the playoffs, and what he thought was a pretty successful season for the 34 crew. Starting to file in single file here after that really chaotic start. Some drivers already out of the draft, as you can see, as they come up on the lapped car of Ross Chastain. Some shuffling will have to take place here. Remember, 80 laps in this race. No stage cautions, so it will be just a straight shootout. We'll have to make at least one pit stop, however, for fuel. This should get interesting as Truex makes an evasive move. Byron was not so lucky, though. The field's going to jam up right around him. Wow, that is very, very close stuff there. As looks like Josh Berry is going to get the worst of it, but no incidents. Very surprising stuff there, as it looks like Chastain is trying to settle in the pack, but again, he had no momentum. Riding out there all by himself, and he's at least a lap down now, possibly two. So without a few cautions, which you guys are longtime viewers of this event, cautions are not very frequent. We have had no more than one caution in any race. Very few cautions overall. Comes down to fuel mileage, pit strategy, and track position. Speaking of track position, a pass for the lead. Ricky Stenhouse going underneath Martin Truex Jr. to take the lead. Let's look from this angle. Get a look at some of the incredible work that they do with sight lines and everything that goes on there. Really good stuff. We got a pass for the lead. Shane Van Gisbergen, road course star, making just his third Cup start. Unofficially goes underneath for the lead. With help from Chris Buescher, who had a breakout 2023 season. 3 wins, got into the playoffs, made it pretty far too to the round of 8. It was a really good year for RFK overall. Brad Keselowski also making it back to the playoffs, despite no wins, was able to have a very successful season. And they look to build on that momentum in 2023 or 2024. Looking to build on some of it now though, as Buescher will move underneath Van Gisbergen for the lead. Last time we were in Daytona, it was Chris Buescher who reached victory lane back in August. Buescher in only his 3rd start in the New Year's Eve Spectacular overall, 2nd consecutive. Made it in 2016 and last year too. But he's looking for a better result this year. As the field is very spread out. This is a 7-car breakaway at the front of the field, but the rest of the field has been stuck back in traffic after that whole debacle with Ross Chastain. Here's the next 5-car gaggle, led by Jimmy Johnson, who's making his first start in this event since 2020. Ran a limited schedule and used his Champions Provisional to get into the race tonight. Pushed by Barry, who is riding Johnson's former ride. And there's Brad Keselowski right behind them as well. So move back up to the main group at the front. Joey Logano actually as well, defending winner, was up front early, but has seemingly lost the draft. Now in 17th position. So no good there. Ross Chastain still last. Now once again back out of the draft. AJ Allmendinger 19th. He's also out of the draft. And the other driver out of the draft as well, Kyle Larson, who is also a former winner of the New Year's Eve Spectacular. Out of the draft too. Going back up front now. It's like William Byron has assumed the lead with Shane Van Gisbergen making a big run at it as well in 2nd. Buescher 3rd. Stenhouse is moving underneath for 4th. And here comes Van Gisbergen again for the lead. These guys setting the pace so far as we get near the quarter mark of this race and get closer to those ever elusive pit stops. Ooh, a little bit of a slide there from Bell. That'll be again Van Gisbergen. This is a pretty impressive run for that Trackhouse Project 91 car. No prior restrictor plate experience before this weekend. As now they catch up on another lapped car. This again is Chastain. This will send the field 3 wide as Chastain is nowhere to go. He's going to go right up the middle. And Shane Van Gisbergen will get around Chastain first, followed by Bell, McDowell, and Truex. Go wide again with our spectator view. As that front 7 gaggle is now all single file. But they were successfully able to get through Chastain without any issues. And let that second group of cars kind of reel themselves in a little bit, however. Single file again. Another lapped car in the distance as well. That would be AJ Allmendinger, who's technically still on the lead lap. Albeit just barely. Now Michael McDowell going underneath for second, helping Truex under Bell. As Chris Buescher and Byron have been reeled back in too as they come up again on another lapped car. This again AJ Allmendinger, who had to use his past winner's provisional as well to get in from the 2021 victory. And they will go underneath Allmendinger with ease. Or around him in the case of Christopher Bell. At least we thought, since it's like Byron wasn't able to successfully do it either. Now this is shaping up to be the race of many years past. Fuel mileage and also track position coming into play here. It will seem. Going to come up on another lapped car, that being Kyle Larson. As Bell and Byron get regrouped, it's now a 6-car gaggle at the front, leading the charge here in Daytona. The leaders get underneath Larson with ease as well. And 3 of our 20 starters are off the lead lap. Now 23 laps in, still 57 to go. We have a move on the outside, that being Martin Truex Jr. William Byron's going to look on the inside. That will be for 4th position. A bit of a shake-up now as we got 3 wide action for position. Byron has moved into 2nd, Bell 3rd. Is now Byron going underneath for the lead on the backstretch. They are approaching lap traffic again. It looks like to be Chastain again, who's going to go at least a 4th lap down. Just 26, will be 26 laps into the race. So something more is definitely wrong with the 1 car than seems to be let on. He continues to just putt around the racetrack and will clog up the top line. That will give the lead to Christopher Bell, our pole sitter. Michael McDowell and Chris Busch are behind him. Take a look at some lap times here from the 1 team. Yeah, they are at least 3 seconds off the pace, and they have been more 5-6 seconds off the pace in multiple occasions. So, oh, we got trouble. We got trouble on the track. Caution is out. Huge crash. Like Brad Keselowski. That's AJ Allmendinger's got trouble too. We can flip over to the right guy. Jimmy Johnson's involved. Huge crash here. We can maybe rewind a little bit in time and see what played out here. So we're rewinding about a lap here to see what might have happened in this crash. Happened right around here. You see you got Stenhouse, Reddick, Kyle Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Brad Keselowski. Like they're coming up on a lapped car. That'd be Kyle Larson. We're going to see what happened here. Lead to believe something happened with the 5 car. As they were trying to go underneath the 5 car. Yeah, there we go. Stenhouse and Larson got together, caused a huge crash. Stenhouse got damaged as well. Oh, Allmendinger had nowhere to go. Causing that crash. Oh, and Josh Berry and Ryan Blaney barely getting through that as well. Tough break for those guys. Right there. So here comes the field down pit road. Some drivers making other evasive actions. So a rare caution flag. As you see, Shane Van Gisbergen has decided to stay out. Ross Chastain is a lap down, or multiple laps down, so he can't pit with the leaders. But Van Gisbergen has decided to stay on the track. Very interesting pit strategy from the 91 team. Looks like Bell, Truex coming off of pit road right now. Trying to navigate their way through all that debris. So this will be the results coming out of the pits. Everybody will try to get sorted here. So the big one strikes in the New Year's Eve Spectacular. A rare big one. We'll bunch up the field for a restart just inside of 50 laps to go. So now the lap cars are going to get a chance to pit. This will be where Chastain does so. Multiple laps down still, but now gets a chance to regroup with the rest of the field, maybe make some other adjustments and hope for a few other caution flags. So a lot of drivers were caught up in that wreck. Some fast cars too, especially what we had seen over the course of the weekend and even through the season, mind you. So very unknown why Shane Van Gisbergen did not pit. He's the only driver who did not stop. So he will have to make a green flag pit stop relatively soon, barring another caution flag. Don't know what really the intentions of that no stop was. Still getting some thoughts on that. But otherwise, it's Van Gisbergen, Bell, McDowell, Truex, and Busch are the top 5. Reddick, Byron, it's like Almirola, Josh Berry, and Ryan Blaney, the top 10. We are still under the caution flag conditions. But lights out this time on the pace car. So they will get ready to restart. Kyle Busch and Ross Chastain now back on the track. Busch now a lap down. Multiple now off the lead lap at least after some repairs done in the pits. he will have to hope for another caution. Hopefully one that he isn't caught in. To get back on the lead lap. It looks like everybody else that was involved in the crash is out of the race. That being Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., AJ Allmendinger, Jimmy Johnson. Tough break for all those guys. But we will restart now. It'll be 32 laps complete. Still 48 to go. So the fuel window is still quite close to being able to make it. Some drivers might have to stretch it, especially ones who pitted. For Shane Van Gisbergen, though, no idea what he was thinking by not coming down pit road. Looks like Stenhouse is still on the track and still on the lead lap, for now at least, all the way back in the 11th position. Still 14 lead lap cars out of our 20 that started this race. Pace car pulls off. Van Gisbergen will lead them to the green flag. And we are back underway. A lot of shuffling going on. Everybody trying to find their way. As it looks like Busch and Chastain blocked Harvick. This will cause him to lose the draft again if he's not careful. Hamlin, too, also getting blocked in there. Don't know what that was all about. As they round turn 4, Gisbergen with McDowell. Now Buescher ducking underneath. So some three-wide action going on now as we get to see what Tyler Reddick is made of in the 45 car. I wasn't really in that front group prior to the caution flag, but gets back grouped together. Get to see Stenhouse making a big run at it too. Van Gisbergen, despite not pitting, able to hold on to the lead for now. But again, fuel, not so much tires, but this Daytona surface aging can have an effect on tires, especially when you're racing against drivers with new tires. Oh, we got trouble again! Oh, what a save on Bell as Van Gisbergen pits. So here comes the 91 team making a pit stop. First off, though, what a save. Let's go back. Looks like we won't be able to see that, but what a save that was on Bell's part to avoid another crash. And after all that chaos, Tyler Reddick now assumes the lead with Josh Berry in second, as now Berry's making a move for the lead. Picking up pace. Here as we close in on halfway. And now Truex going underneath Barry. Driver's riding high side here. So now here comes McDowell, Daytona 500 champion, past Daytona 500 champion, underneath. Busher in second, Logano third. So we'll see where Shane Van Gisbergen lines up. That was a terrible move. Terrible move from the 91 team, as he's now out of the draft and in jeopardy of going a lap down, which is a big no-no. He was dominating the early portion of this race. Controversial move, does not pay off though for the 91 team. And barring a quick caution here, he is a lap down. Kyle Busch with damage also getting lapped as Van Gisbergen blocks McDowell to stay on the lead lap, at least for now. Van Gisbergen, I believe all the way back in 14th. Yep, 14th, and there goes McDowell underneath. So we'll put Van Gisbergen a lap down. McDowell will reassume the lead draft car in the smaller group now, after Kyle Busch blocked a few drivers out for a position. Now Chastain again, getting lapped, losing that lap he got back. Now a 3-car breakaway after all that, with Barry moving underneath Truex for second. And now Barry making the pass underneath for the lead on McDowell. So Josh Berry making a relief run mid-season, was able to lock the 48 car in. Alex Bowman wasn't able to win. So Barry gets to keep the ride, and he has the lead. Is now not so fast. Martin Truex making the move to the inside to go for the lead. Shane Van Gisbergen, however, still has the speed to contend with the leaders, even though he is a lap down. He'll try and fight to possibly get that lap back in case of a caution flag. We've seen how interacting with lap traffic has gone so far in this race. And I guess the only advantage for Van Gisbergen is he does have a few extra laps of fuel that he can use to possibly stretch this out for a fuel mileage victory, but it is very slim. And that could be the case. Also riding behind the leader here to save with the draft will help too. Extend it just a little bit longer. Maybe give him the stretch he needs to win the New Year's Eve Spectacular in shocking fashion. But here comes Garry to the bottom. To go back underneath, McDowell will follow, so Van Gisbergen moved out that line. He'll duck back in. Check on some other stuff going on throughout the field. There's William Byron and Tyler Reddick. We saw Reddick contending for the lead a little bit after that restart. Once again out of the draft. Byron started inside the top 5. They're back in 8th and 9th position respectively. This is the next gaggle of cars though. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Buscher, Stenhouse, Logano, and Pulsitter Christopher Bell right here as well. So they're trying to run down our leaders. As things currently stand, Blaney and Eric Almirola right here. Ryan Blaney been pretty irrelevant throughout the course of this race. The Cup champion, not really doing a whole lot. Neither has Eric Almirola, who announced that he will only run a part-time schedule in 2024, and it will not be with Stuart Haas. Oh, we have a pit stop. Ryan Blaney in the pits. Now this is an interesting stop. Could it be for fuel? Back to our spectator cam here. Blaney is the only car in the pits right now, and they did not restart that long ago. He did pit with the leaders. Oh, and it looks like it was a mechanical failure on the 12 car. So he is out of the race. A tough break for tough break for the 12 car. Was running 11th at the time. That'll leave just 12 lead lap cars now. Well, 13 with Van Gisbergen fighting to stay on the lead lap just barely. Truex and Buscher backed off, 2nd and 3rd now. So the field getting very spread out again. Now 47 complete, still 33 to go. A very good run for Mike McDowell, the class of the field right now. Van Gisbergen. It would be smart for McDowell to let Van Gisbergen stay out front there. Let him use up more gas. Save gas. You're still leading laps. And it would also take away any well, actually not fully take away, but reduce possibility of anybody moving up to you to contend for that lead. Again, Van Gisbergen sitting 13th right now. Last car on the lead lap. He still has the speed to contend with the leaders, but will need a caution to get a chance to get back into this race. with less and less cars on the track and everybody spread out, it will be very, very tough for that to happen. And again, the only other hope he might have is fuel mileage. He does have a few extra laps of fuel that might go towards getting him to the end of this race. Coming up on Ross Chastain again. And they're going to duck behind the one car this time. Oh, now they're going underneath them. Just wanted to pick up a little extra draft. Killed a little out of his momentum, however. You can see that four-car gaggle of Joey Logano, Martin Truex, Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher kind of sticking their heads out right now. They're making a big run out of here, but they've also got to get around this one car. And a lot of them are getting held up. Logano makes an evasive move to the outside to claim third outright. And Logano, defending winner of this race, kind of snuck up on it at the end. Could he win this one too? McDowell's going to put some distance, try to put some distance between him and Logano. Going around Van Gisbergen again. Speed's pretty slow right now, with not a lot of heavy draft activity. As Logano has eaten his way up to second position and in a very good position to take the lead. Now we're inside of 30 laps to go. McDowell's still in the lead. So it'll be interesting to see here what Van Gisbergen does to try and what he's going to do with these guys to just try and stand his ground. Go back to our spectator mode here. So we're catching up another lap car, Kyle Busch. So Josh Berry has also re-entered the mix in the second group. Ever so slightly. And as the leaders get around Kyle Busch with ease. Very spread out right now. And it'll be a very special win, though, for Michael McDowell if he can pull this one off. It's been a tough run for him this season, but pulled off a really nice win at the New Year's Eve, at Indy in the road course. Was able to get himself into the playoffs with that win. Been the star of the show tonight, class of the field. Led a lot of laps, is up front right now. The only question right now is fuel. How much fuel is in the car? Can they make it to the end of this race? We gotta pass. Shane Van Gisbergen going back to get back on the lead lap, but Logano ducks with him underneath, and we'll have a new leader. That being the 22 car. Can never count him out of the equation when it comes to this race. The defending winner now out front. And another pass. This time again for the lead. It'll be McDowell going underneath. A lot of pass action going on right now. Underneath Van Gisbergen. It's not for position, but decided against it there. Around the track. We're coming on 22 to go now. And Logano going back underneath the lead. Out front. Coming again, 21 laps to go. Ooh, pulls a big block, but can't quite get the clear on McDowell. Well, Willie's got the draft help on the outside and will clear. Good move there for the 22 team. Two yellow Fords going at it for the win here. Van Gisbergen acting as the tow machine, mind you. So here comes Chastain again, probably going to go about 6 or 5 laps down now. Did get one back from the caution. But he has just not had the speed. That lap 1 incident, or really the incident at the start of the race, really killed him. As this will get interesting, 3 wide. McDowell officially leads the lap. As here comes that other group of cars. Might make things a little interesting. McDowell does take the lead. Van Gisbergen does get some distance as well. But Chastain becoming just more of a pain in the butt than anybody right now, as he has brought a group of cars led by Josh Berry right up into the mix of this thing. Good done Chastain, though. He has climbed from 20th to 15th. I think he can keep going around. He'll lead, probably get to 14th by this point at least. So, did not finish last, and that's always the goal, isn't it? How's Kyle Busch doing? He's fallen multiple laps down as well. Probably can get up to 13th with Ryan Blaney being out of the race, but not going to be any more than that. So strong start to the season for that 8 team, but kind of fell apart late in the season. Did make the playoffs, made it to the second round, but just couldn't do anything. Got eliminated a little earlier, and I think many people had hoped for him. But up front, you see here, Josh Berry in that 48 car has regained the draft of our leaders. Chris Buescher, Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell also back into the mix. As we come up on some lapped cars that are not multiple laps down, we're coming up on some lead lap cars right now. Thanks for that 91 car to gain some positions, but also our leaders to maybe get bunched up again. Watch this as it unfolds. Dowell going underneath the 91. They're catching up. Going to go around the 10 car as well. And Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick also right here. Harvick will throw a little bit of a block, but then get out of the way. But Barry has been brought back into the mix, and Barry going in. Oh, this is going to be 3 wide. Oh, man. Josh Berry has moved in his second spot now as they have cleared those lapped cars. Truex has moved into third as everybody has been grouped back together. This whole gaggle of lapped and lead lap cars. As now we have a pass for the lead. Will he get the lap? He won't, but he'll get the lead. Josh Berry going to the front. With now 17 laps to go. And again, fuel becoming a concern possibly for a few drivers. Maybe. The action is picking up as Truex goes underneath for the lead, and we have a 3 wide for third. Logano on the inside of Buescher and McDowell as they creep up to the high line. Oh, we got pit stops. Here we go. Pit stops. Barry and Almirola in the pits. And that changed everything. Truex has a huge lead down. McDowell in second and everybody else kind of lining up in the back. But pit stops have begun for the second time tonight, and the first time under green. So only one other car came down with Bowman, so with Barry. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out. As here comes now Truex pitting from the lead. Who will join him? Hamlin, Logano, Harvick. So 2 lapped cars, and the lead lap car of Logano will join him. Now 15 laps to go. Michael McDowell will regain the lead. Shane Van Gisbergen and Chris Buescher coming on the inside. Again, Van Gisbergen with a little extra fuel. Will it pay off enough for a win? With how early those leaders, though, are making pit stops, I don't know if he's going to have enough to stretch it. But he'll be on the lead lap for now as Buescher, McDowell, Bell, top 3, all pit for their money stops. Van Gisbergen back inside the top 10. We'll see where Josh Berry falls into it all. He was the first car to pit from the lead group. Where will he be shown at? So he's shown in 4th position now. Right about the leader of the drivers who have already pitted. It looks like Chris Buescher has actually resumed the lead here. He did pit from the lead. So right now, the 17 car out front. They close it on 13 laps to go in Daytona. Again, Buescher was the victor last time we were here, back in August. capping off what was an amazing late summer run for the 17 car to make him an underdog title favorite for some. Didn't do a whole lot in the playoffs, did make it to the round of 8, however. Maybe some of that little bit of magic being recouped tonight. RFK has not won this race in a long time. Ford is looking for back-to-back wins in this event, however. But we got McDowell making a move. He's been one of the fastest cars all night, and he will make the move on the inside, going for the lead. And we'll get it. Now 11 to go, 12 to go, actually. Well, I guess the Van Gisbergen payoff got up to 7th position from 13th and is on the lead lap comfortably, barring another pit stop, so that should be interesting to watch. Didn't give him the victory gamble that he might have hoped for, but drivers aren't stretching the tanks as long as maybe they had hoped. Van Gisbergen and McDowell really just swapping positions. Look at the crossover here. Now with 11 to go. And that other group not too far behind. If these two keep swapping positions like this, it'll reel them back in. We'll flip to spectator mode to get a better... And there is the real depth of how everything is going. They don't have the quantity of the cars to contend, but they have distance, and they have time on their side too, with now only 10 to go. Buescher now going underneath. This has to be like the 5th lead change just between these two since the pit stops. But this group of 4 is making some pretty strong headway to make this race a little more interesting. Those are all lead lap cars, by the way, fighting for position. As McDowell is going to make the move, they're going to be side by side with these guys who are also all going side by side. McDowell holds on to the lead for now, as Truex is coming underneath to take it. So this becomes a 6-car race for the win. And Van Gisbergen is in 7th, last car on the lead lap. They weren't able to make the gamble pay off, but it could buy him a top 10 if time allows. Not a bad run for your first oval race, especially with $1 million on the line. We'll get back to the action now as they do fight for the lead. Truex, Bowman, McDowell, Bell, Logano, and Buescher falls all the way from the lead to 6th. 7 laps to go. And Barry making the move underneath. And it becomes the method of old we've seen in this race for so many years, the conveyor belt method. It's single file, and then drivers just start sneaking their way underneath on the inside, position by position. Now 6 laps to go. Bowman, McDowell, or sorry, Josh Berry, McDowell, Logano, moving into third as they try and go around Kyle Busch. Oh, and a huge checkup there allows Josh Berry to just run away with it. The lapped car of Kyle Busch has put up a fight and may cost all those other drivers a chance at the win. Especially Michael McDowell, who's still getting blocked in by Kyle Busch. And that's the Kyle Busch of old that we know, but McDowell will not be happy about that one. Dominated this race. And almost certainly taken out of contention for the win now, as he falls to 6th, way off the pace. Hope slim, but still not completely out of the mix. Not quite. But this front group of 3 will still have to try and run down Josh Berry. We are closing in now on 4 laps to go. Four to go now. Logano, Truex, and Busch are getting there quick. They will make it, it seemed like, in time to have another chance to win the race. And they have got a lot of momentum. Berry will have to pull off the block of the century right now. You got Truex. Will he dive down to cover Logano? He will. Nice block of the 48 part there. Logano, Buescher, Truex falls to 4th. So this is a 4-car race again with 3 laps to go. Barring a late caution, this will be the race. Does anybody have anything left for Berry? Logano just sitting back there. He's a restrictor plates veteran. In fact, he and Buescher both have won restrictor plate races before. Two laps to go in the New Year's Eve Spectacular. It's been a wild race, full of twists and turns. And we are getting ready for an exhilarating finish with less than 2 to go as they catch up to Ross Chastain. He is going very slow. Oh man, that did not benefit the 48 well at all, as Chastain blocked in Berry. It's Logano with the lead. Truex really the only one that can catch him at this point, as they come down to take the white flag. 1 to go for Joey Logano, looking to win back-to-back New Year's Eve Spectaculars. He would be the first to win back-to-back New Year's Eve Spectaculars in a long, long time. It will be the first time he has ever done it. But Truex hot on his tail. Will he make a move at all? Buescher not too far behind, but not going to be enough for him. Truex looked a little bit there. Will he have anything coming out of turn number 4? Checkered flag in the air in 2023. Truex will not make it in time. It'll be Joey Logano getting the win. He wins the 2023 NASCAR New Year's Eve Spectacular from Daytona. And I am sure that many will not be happy with lapped cars costing many a win. But Logano is the one who was able to capitalize. Truex second, Chris Buescher third. Josh Berry still gets an impressive 4th place run. But he feels like he should have gotten the win. Will not be happy with Ross Chastain on that one. But an exhilarating race nonetheless for these drivers to wrap up 2023. They all worked their way down pit road. We will get official results from the race here in a minute. So here are your final official standings. Joey Logano gets the win. Martin Truex Jr. second. Chris Buescher third. Alex Bowman fourth. Josh Berry running Alex Bowman's car in 4th. Michael McDowell rounds out the top 5 after also having a very dominant run tonight. Christopher Bell, the pole sitter, holds on for 6th. William Byron 7th. Tyler Reddick 8th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the last lead lap car, in 9th. Shane Van Gisbergen, an impressive run with good speed, but some very, very, very bad pit calls. Gets him 10th a lap down. Harvick 11th. Eric Almirola in his last Cup race. Eric Almirola 12th. Denny Hamlin 13th. All of those drivers finishing just 1 lap down, thanks to some botch ups on the last restart. Kyle Busch 7 laps down after crash damage in 14th. Ross Chastain could not overcome his opening lap problems, finishing 9 laps down in 15th, and also both those drivers causing some very late controversy to cost some drivers a very good win. Ryan Blaney finishing 16th out of the race. All the other drivers, by the way, out of the race. Ryan Blaney looks like he had a tire problem that cost him the run. He was 11th when that happened. Jimmy Johnson, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Larson 17th, 18th, 19th. And AJ Allmendinger 20th. All 4 of those drivers out because of the big crash that took place midway through the race. Well, that is your standings from the 2023 running of the NASCAR New Year's Eve Spectacular. Congratulations to Joey Logano and the Penske Racing team on back-to-back wins. And what an exhilarating race it was. We had crashes, we had saves, we had lots of controversy, big strategy, and an exciting finish to cap off a wonderful 2023 season. So thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. And we hope you'll join us next season as we plan to do it again. We plan to do it again in 2024. Thank you to everybody who watched. Thank you to everybody who supports. And until next season, have a good New Year's, everybody. And goodbye.